What's up guys, it's CG. So this is going to be a thorough review of Viking by the House of Creed. First I'm going to give you guys a rundown so you have a general idea what the fragrance is about. Then I'm going to share how users rated the scent profile and the performance. My wife and I are going to share our impressions of it. And finally I'm going to share my overall opinion after wearing it. Without further ado, let's get this started. So to describe the scent profile of Creed Viking, I would say it almost is like an Old Spice formulation on the top, having that peppermint, spicy cinnamon smell, but also has a fougere element in the base with like a vetiver, herbal, woody fougere. So it's a modern fougere, and the notes listed on Creed's website indicate that it's a complex fragrance. As far as how much users like the scent, it got an average rating of a 7.7. 57% of users gave it an 8 or above, and about 1/3 of people gave it a 9 or a 10. As far as how much I like the scent of Creed Viking and how creative it is, I would give it a 9. I really think it's a great fragrance. For longevity, I got an average of a 7.5, key votes being 7 or 8. 71% of people would give it a 7 or an 8, and I'm not just saying this for a Creed fragrance. Just in general, I think it has good longevity. It lasts most of the workday for me, so I would give it an 8. For a sillage, it got an average rating of a 7.2. Again, the key votes being 7 or 8. And for sillage, I would still give it an 8. I feel like it's really pushing out when I'm wearing it. I feel like I'm in a cloud of Viking, not just on my way to work, but after I get there. I feel like it's projecting. So if I were to describe the scent profile of Creed Viking, I would say there's two elements to it for me. One of the big elements is like big red chewing gum, that type of cinnamon mixed with the peppermint and a bit of sweetness. And the other element is like a fougere, classy, really old school vibe. I don't know why my brain goes here, but I think of medieval times. I don't know if that's because of the branding of the fragrance or if I have some kind of memory association, but I think of those things like 1800s or even earlier in medieval times, kind of old school DNA mixed with that very modern big red bubblegum freshness that's just really nice. As it dries down, it becomes a sharp something else. And the first time I got Creed Viking, when I started wearing it, I couldn't stop smelling it in the dry down because it's like I really wanted to figure out what it was. But it's like you smell a niche fragrance and it has like a sharpness to it that's almost like addictive. I get that a lot with this. And the whole blend is just very energizing, go-getter attitude type of blend. It's very young, like put together and let's go get it kind of attitude. Whereas something like Green Irish Tweed or Royal Mayfair may be more calm and laid back and reserved. This fragrance is just more aggressive and forward. It's also a fragrance that grows on you, even showing it to other people. At first, it's like they kind of tried it out, passed, but then when they went back to it and started wearing it more and more, they kind of just recited what I said, which is, man, I love Creed Viking. Like, it's one of those ones that really warms up to you. And I think it has to do with just how fresh and how masculine it is with that old school DNA and with that almost big red, sharp cinnamon. It's just such a really nice, fresh, classy, masculine fragrance that's just very energizing. It's also very versatile. I feel like you could wear this if you're 25. I feel like you could wear it if you're 50. I feel like you could wear it in the summer or you could wear it in the winter. You could wear it in a suit and tie or jeans and a t-shirt. Like, I feel like Creed Viking is almost the jack of all trades. Like, it's one of those fragrances that there's never an inappropriate time to wear it. And I think when others pick up on it from you, because of that, Old Spice kind of DNA, it doesn't really scream too unique. I mean, it's unique, but it's not like one of those things where it's like, look at me, I'm wearing fragrance. It's definitely polarizing. It's not for everyone. I could see somebody young thinking that it's too mature and somebody who's mature thinking that it's too young. It all has to do with how you process the scent profile. I could also see somebody only picking up on the fougere elements and thinking it smells basically like a tea bag. And I could also see somebody only picking up on the cinnamon peppermint elements and thinking it smells like toothpaste. Like, you have to try this one out to make sure your brain picks up on all aspects of it because it is a complex fragrance, and make sure it really is appropriate for your lifestyle and what it is that you want to give off. But overall, I find it easy to wear, pretty crowd pleasing. I feel it has good performance, and I feel it's one of the better Creeds out there.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Viking, Creed Viking.
Creed Viking. Okay. First, I was able to smell it from afar, which that probably means that it has really good sillage or whatever people call it. The scent is great. It reminds me of a mix between Chanel No. 5 and a perfume called Fancy Nights by Jessica Simpson. It smells amazing. I love it. It smells really masculine. I think you should be, in my opinion, 30 and up. And I think this is probably more of a nighttime scent and a more fresh weather scent. This is a 9. Very good. Love it.
So Creed Viking, it kind of is for me, and it's not. I actually had a lot of it and had a bottle of it and a Flacken split. I sold off all of it and kept a decan of it for myself. And when I sold it, I was just downsizing, and it just wasn't up there with the other Creeds for me. Like, if I gave you a quick list, I would say that, like, Green Irish Tweed, Boyce de Portugal, Royal Mayfair, Royal Oud, Aventus, Original Vetiver, and then there's Viking. So it's like, dude, I already have so many Creeds that I reached for before Viking. I didn't really want to have like 7 bottles of Creed. I don't like to have a collection that's too big that it gives me anxiety. So that's why I got rid of Viking. But sometimes I regret it and go back to it and think, man, it'd be nice to have that again. But I never feel willing to pay like $200 to have it back. I don't know. That's where I'm at. It's kind of like on the fence with it. I'm curious what y'all's opinions are on it. Feel free to comment with those. Subscribe for future content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.